Hello, my name is Nash. I am an intuitive channel and I do soul readings and life coaching. I firmly believe in sharing the gift of intuition, and through meditation, which I also do, I connect the people to their own intuitive sense through the visual process. But right now what I'd like to talk about is the intuitive readings and the soul coaching. Because it's very, very important when you have somebody who's sitting across from you that you give the best information that is coming through, and that you give a solution to the problem. Because oftentimes you can go to readers and they will give you information, but if there is not a solution to that, you are left knowing what? Perhaps you may get another job in 6 months. Perhaps you'll move into a brown house. Perhaps you'll have another boyfriend. And how does that aid and assist you? The kind of readings I do, and through color, lots of times and always, I will get a color. And with that color will come a quality. And usually that's the quality that you're bringing into yourself. Oftentimes people may have the color pink, and because they're looking for love, and it may be love relationships, but ultimately it's about their own self-love. And so we talk about that, and lots of times with white there is harmony, or people there is peace, and perhaps they have a situation in their life that requires them to be peaceful. And so that's the color and the quality that they'll be bringing into them. And this is what I see, and this is what we talk about. And then we talk about meditation techniques, and we talk about ways to interact with the people that perhaps are having difficulty with or releasing some of their own stuff through this spiritual coaching, intuitive channeling process. And it can take anywhere from a half an hour or 20 minutes to an hour, depending how interactive you, the individual, can be. And I do this also over the phone. It's very easy because energy is energy. I do not need to have you sitting in front of me in order to pick up on your vibration and pick up on your energy and tune into what is going on in your life. And it's a very interesting, and it can be a very exciting process. But the person, the individual who I'm channeling for, you need to be open. Because the more energetically that you're open to the process, the easier it can be to read your energy through your spirit guides, through your own soul. Because your soul, you have to give permission for that reading to take place. And through my guides and my soul, then we all connect. You can call it a team, if you will. And the process takes place in that manner. And one thing that I'd like to talk about today, and that we all have, is activating the light body. We all have a 4-body system. Well, we actually have more energies than that, but right now, most people upon this earth are just trying to live and work within their emotional body and their mental body, their thoughts and their feelings. And then we have the physical body, and then the etheric, which is closest to the body, and that would be considered the aura. If you went to get an aura picture done, that would be what you would see. Or when people read auras, lots of times that's what they're seeing, is the etheric body, the energy that's closest to your physicality. And then you, of course, have your spiritual body, and through that spiritual body we spiritualize our energy, which we bring back to us. So part of why we're here on earth is that we are here, this is the last frontier, if you will, of our getting it right. The earth is a great place to learn how to co-create our reality and live in a place of harmony in our higher state of being. Some people can call it the Christ conscious. Other people call it a higher state of existence, of understanding. And we can do this through the analogy of, if you were a parent, perhaps, or if you remember being a child and your mother sitting down with you or your father and to tying your shoe. And so oftentimes when we're children, we get frustrated in tying our shoe. So our parents may tie our shoe for us. And then there comes a day when we, the child, decides that we want to tie our own shoe and not have our parents do it for us. So we try to tie our shoe and we struggle with the process, and our parent sits and patiently waits for us, which the parent would be your higher self, and you, the child, would be your ego, your lower personality. And so the parent patiently waits as the child is determined to tie its own shoe now. And as the child is struggling to loop and make the bunny loop, once in a while the parent may guide the child by telling them perhaps how to cross the bow and how to undertuck the bow to tie the shoe. And once in a while perhaps the child would listen and tie the shoe. And sometimes when the parent gives the child advice, the child doesn't take the advice. They want to do it on their own, so they ignore the parent and the instructions that the parent is giving them on how to tie the shoe. All the time, the child may be frustrated because it chooses not to listen to the parent, and the parent is patiently waiting and will continue to give instructions because the parent loves the child, because they realize the parent knows that the child is a part of them, a part of their whole. And sometimes the child doesn't see that. They see themselves as this individual. That's why they want to tie their own shoe. And so, if the child just realized that, if they just listened to the parent's instructions on how to tie the shoe, they would get it right every time. And the more that they listen to the parent's instructions as they are tying the shoe, as they are learning their lessons, then it would become easier and easier, and the connection from the parent to the child would flow. It would not be cut off. The child would not see themselves as a separate energy or a separate being. They would realize that they are connected to their parents energetically, and all they have to do is listen. So that is the analogy about activating and the light bodies and why we're here. Because we're here because this is the last frontier on earth to get it right, to live, to raise our lower personality, the lower energy of ourselves, to connect to the higher aspect of ourselves through our emotional body and through our mental body. And then we try to bring that out and spiritualize it through our spiritual body so that we can live in harmony with the other aspects of ourselves. So that is, in essence, why we are here. And I hope that this analogy has helped with some understanding of why we are here. It is a small piece to a big, big pie. And we will touch base a little more and a little more as I go along and do these on a regular, do these little channel sessions on the camera and put them on YouTube. And I hope that this helps somebody with their understanding. Thank you.